Good evening. So I've decided to make a video for learners who are going to grade 10, 11 and 12. So my purpose for the video is to guide them and give them a good career guidance on which courses or subject they can choose based on what they would like to study. So firstly, since you have to pass well on subjects that you would like to use to pursue your career, so you need to have high marks. So I've decided to start by giving you tips on how to study well and how to keep well with your academics from passing grade 9 going to 10, 11 and 12. So there are ways that I will start by mentioning ways on how to successfully be in academics. So number one is determination. You have to be determined and try to achieve something even though it's difficult. So when it comes to major subjects, you don't have to give yourself pressure or seeing yourself failing before you even try them. Number two is focus. You really need to focus. So if let's say whether you have chosen to go in commercials, sciences, agriculture, tourism, engineering, you have to focus and try to be the best in your field. So by focusing, you have to put your head in the game, of studying, practicing, attending classes, and you need to be able to have less distractions. So with less distractions, you have to divert your attention towards good things, which is your education, since you are still in high school. So by diverting your attention to one thing, it will make you be a person who's regarded as focused. And number three, you need perseverance. As the year go by, the first term is not difficult in all grades. The first term is not difficult. You need to keep perseverance because mostly the second term is the one that is difficult because you are being introduced to new content and you might be able to feel the pressure. So you just need to persevere, and if you are working 4 times to achieve your goals, you need to work 10 times if you feel the pressure. The more the pressure, the more you should work hard. That's what can define perseverance as. They say. So we have number 4, which is patience. Patience, you need to be patient because as I was speaking in terms, term 1, term 2, term 3, patience goes along with time. So for you to be able to have patience, you need to understand time and how much work will be needed from you each and every term and content. So you need to have patience with time, and if possible, you need to divide your work into the time. For example, patience all throughout the year or daily or monthly. So let's say you have made a study timetable. You need patience to know that if I study 1 hour for this subject at this day, even on the other day I have to do it and it will work, and you don't have to rush for results. So that's what patience can work academically. So we have working hard. You need to work hard. You need to dedicate your time towards your work. So when it comes to working hard, you need to, let's say, mostly you feel that you're working by measuring the pain that you are feeling when you're working. Let's say, for example, if you used to sleep more, you will have to sleep less and spend your sleepless nights trying to study more, so that you will feel the pain. Even especially winter, you will feel like giving up. You need to sleep, you need to study with your blankets. So that's what's working hard. It requires effort, diligence, dedication towards a certain task or goal you have set for yourself. So for you to achieve more, you need to set higher standard for yourself, aim higher for in terms of marks. So if you want to get 80%, aim for 100%. If you want to get 70, aim for 90%, so that you increase your risk appetite. By having a good risk appetite, you can just have good marks based on how you are aiming high. The higher you aim, the higher you go. So just keep on flying higher. And we have working smart. You just need to work smarter. Know how to divide your time. You need to know when you are wasting time on your studies or when you are using it effectively. So by working smarter, you need to work accordingly. Let's say there's a subject that just needs you to read it, and there's another one that's difficult. So you can give the one that's difficult more time, because it requires more effort and time. That's how you should work smarter. It's just by using your energy and time to work more effectively. And we have things to look at when choosing your career path. I'll come into that. So since I was still guiding you on how to choose subjects, careers, and following your vision. So in high school we have a problem of not being able to be consistent with your work. You may start January, you're getting 70s. You go to June, you are getting 50s. You come September, you likely get 90. To come December, it's a different story. So we need consistency. As the year starts, you need to start by making your study timetable and follow it throughout the year, because subjects doesn't change. So what you can just change is the hours you invest on those subjects. So what you can do is to set up a study timetable in terms of days, time. You need to put your time wisely, since some of schools have extra classes. Even on Saturdays, you might be outside your house, you're at school for more than 4 hours. So you need to have a solid study timetable. So how to construct a timetable? You assess your current schedule. It's not about education only. So you have a life, you're outside school. So at home, you're a child. In the streets, you have friends, you have a life. In church, you are also participative. So when you set that timetable, you need to look at other activities that you do around the society, so that it doesn't clash with what you do. Just because you are in academics doesn't mean that you should stop serving other people, organizations, communities, and all that. So what you can do is to put your timetable in a good way based on what you do daily, and set clear goals which are achievable. So you need something called, you need to go by step. If you're getting 50s, aim for 60s. When you get to 60s, aim for 70s, so that at the end of the year you get good marks. So create a weekly plan. Your weekly plan is the foundation of your study timetable. Since you may say on Monday you dedicate your time to physical sciences, whether it's chemistry or physics. Tuesday is mathematics. Thursday is, let's say, business studies. Whatever that you do. And number 4, we have breaking down study sessions. So if you know you have a lot of time in the morning and at night, you can use your morning time to study for revisions. A lot of schools have after school studies. Use that time to study, and even when you get home around 7 or any time, use that time to study. That's how I can define to you how to break down your study sessions. So for you to be able to utilize or to be able to have more time, you need to reduce your screen time. For example, if you are a person who loves television, you can just select I watch news at this time. By this time, there's this favorite soapy. But there's no way you can watch TV from 6 p.m. up until everybody goes to sleep. So what time do you study there? So we have balance your studies with breaks. You need to give it break. You need to give it time. So if you feel like your capacity allows you to study for 1 hour 30 minutes, you can use that. Have breaks in between that 1 hour 30 minutes before you start another session. And you have to review and adjust. So as you are studying, you have to review if you are making progress and adjust. By adjusting, it's either you will study more if you are not giving it enough efforts. If you feel like you are overstudying, you can just use another subject, which is like mathematics, just to refresh your mind. And we have utilizing online resources. So by our time, we used to have a certain DSTV channel, which is, I don't know if it still exists, where they come and teach in each and every subject there. They come, they say Monday we are teaching physical, we were teaching life science, Tuesday physical science, and then they dedicate the whole day towards that subject. So use that online resources well. You can use television. I'm glad we are living in a generation of YouTube, TikToks, Facebook. So we have online teachers there and mentors, tutors. So you can use these online resources to boost your marks, to be able to make it effective for you instead of using it for other things which are not productive. So we have study tips to pass your exams, which is revising past question papers. Most of questions are similar. They may just change the numbers, strategy, but if the content of a certain subject I don't think the curriculum will change anytime soon. So there's no way the questions and the structure of the question paper will change anytime soon if you are still using the same curriculum. So revise past question papers, no matter the subjects. It's really productive. Even on the channel that I was talking about, I think by our time it was DSTV channel 319. So even teachers there, they will be using past question papers. So you have to use it, try to use those question papers. And by using question papers, you may find that your extra class teacher or the ones that are teaching on television, whether it's that channel or there's this other one on SABC one called Gelezanat. So it's in the morning. So if you are in early bird, you can catch it. So they usually revise past question papers there. We have another method of passing your exams. Do not cram. They used to tell us that you need to understand. You read to understand and divide your content. Let's say you are reading a certain chapter and the exams want you they expect you to know the first half and the second half of that chapter. So when you are studying, you can say 1 hour 30 minutes I'm giving it 1 hour 30 minutes. Let's say you're studying in the afternoon, I'm giving it to the half of the chapter, then I'll finish another chapter when I get home. That's how you should do it there. And we have setting goals in terms of marks you want to get. If you want to get all the marks, you need to study everything, page to page. You need to know everything. You need to even know things beyond that, what the teacher is teaching. So my strategy was to you can use different textbooks for one subject. So if you see this textbook is good on this content, you can use it and grab that content, go to another one. It's fortunate if your schools are providing you with, let's say, one subject, different textbooks. So we're just lucky to have that by our time. So you need to set goals or based on your reward of past there. You have to study every day. So you're a learner, you have affiliated. By you signing that you are a student, you have signed for high school is 5 years. So every day of your life is dedicated to your schoolwork. So study every day. Even on Sundays, you don't go to church for 24 hours. So whether you study in the morning or night, Saturdays, even if you go to events, it's not 24 hours. So, and take time to get quality sleep. When you rest, you need to rest well. For instance, our younger generation, we disturb ourselves by playing music while we're sleeping. So the brain won't rest. So just cut distractions when you are sleeping and make sure you get quality sleep. For the next day, your brain will need new energy for the next day. So you also need to test yourself. So as I was speaking of question papers, past question papers, you can be lucky and even get the memorandums for past question papers. I'm talking about past question papers. So you can be lucky and get memorandums for past question papers, So if you get past question papers, memorandums, use the question paper to test yourself and use the memorandums to correct yourself. That's what I mean. And minimize distraction. It may be in form of devices, bad time management, television, friends, all that. Cut those distractions. It's not permanent. You can, whatever you're cutting, you can still do it on the next year. So aim for higher marks having been there, and study at your best hours. If you feel like you're active in the morning, use that morning to study. If you feel like you're a night owl, you study better while others are sleeping. Do that. So just select the best hours for yourself, especially with seasons. So in winter, it's really productive to study during the day, because you don't complain about getting cold, feeling sleepy. And during summer, it's hot, so at night. So based on seasons and your time while your study timetables. So I will highlight on how to choose career and what you need to look at when you use your own self-assessment based on the person who you are when you're choosing a career. That's when, immediately when you enter grade 10, you make that decisions that I'm gonna be doing science, business studies, I'm gonna do engineering, I'm gonna do tourism, I'm gonna jump on agriculture, I'm gonna do humanitarians, I'm gonna do history, I'm gonna do subjects that gonna make me a doctor in the next 10 years. So you use your character to assess yourself. Your character should be aligned with what you want to pursue, your path. You check what's aligned to your career, and what character do you have. So I usually make jokes about medical practitioners, nurses. Yeah, as you can see, I'm handsome. So when people see me, they just ask, why are you not a nurse? Why didn't you go to education? So I tell them, you need to have character that's from inside. You need to love working with people. You need to know how to take care of people. You need to be well oriented with people. That's what I was making examples of. How your character matches with your work. So I can't just use my good looks and say I'm going to do nursing because I'll be appearing well. So character versus the career that you need to. So my character matches well with entrepreneurship because I love solving problems, and I love getting rewarded, like in terms of cash and all that. So when you choose your careers, you need to balance and use your character to choose your careers, because when you go to do a work, what you're studying pave your way for what you're gonna do as a worker. So if you choose something aligned to your character, you'll be happy each and every day while you're doing it. So choose the character that's aligned to your character. And we have passion. So you can be passionate about something. So you need to choose career that you're passionate about, that you have a burning desire about it. So whatever career that I'm just glad universities have when you're applying, you have first choice, second choices, and third choices. And in high school, some of high school allow you to change subjects even in grade 11. If you feel like your own doing science is not working for you, you can switch to business studies, you can switch to engineering, you go to drawing, because it's really hard to discover yourself as you are young. From grade 9 to 10, you may not have discovered yourself enough. So what you can do is to follow your passion. Follow what's burning inside you, so that you can be able to be productive. Whenever you're doing it, you'll be doing it from within, which is a good thing. You'll be productive. You won't fail. And we have financial benefits and demands. So this is the critical issue that confuses us when we are choosing career path. We may, let's say, we have bigger careers, which is such as medical professions. Yeah, it even confused me. I wanted to be a doctor because it had money. And even I used to, you can envy people in engineering because it had money. And you can also look forward to business studies because they have bigger rewards when you look at it. So you have to pick career based on the two factors or two items that I mentioned last. And with financials, you will then find a way to multiply it, because if you're saying you're doing, let's say you had farmers are rich, then you go route of agriculture. You may find that you're not even aligned to it. You're just doing it for money. Then the more time goes, your real nature will come out. You start becoming lazy, unproductive, because you are just herding cows or plowing just to get financial benefits. So you need to balance between having character, passion, and financial benefits. So the careers which are the ones that pay more are the ones that are in demand. Demand both ways, from the employer and employee. There's demand at both sides of the coin. So in medical, doctors want to go to the job and the industry wants them. So there's demands, that's why they can be paid more. So you can make your subjects and get marks that are aligned to your future career path, because the more the course is demanding, the more the marks will be demanded. So you need to, if you want to go to you say medical, I love this industry even though I'm not into it, engineering, business, whatever, law, you need to get good marks. Some require you to have good English, some require you to have good mathematics, physics, we talk life science, talk economics, business studies. So you need to at least aim beyond 60% if you've got the capacity to do that. So I'll leave you here for now. So I'll attach my contact details. So if you need to ask something, you can go to my description. Click there, you're gonna find my numbers and email there. And if you want me to come to you, unfortunately sometimes I don't have time, so I don't usually go around schools, so you can just ask me by the phone there.